Coming up next on Apple Valley News Now in prime time.
You got to get through it for the holidays.
So we have to learn how to be patient.
The rush is on from LA to New York, Seattle to Portland. We're tracking the conditions for last-minute travelers. Plus,
I'm here with my friend Rose. Rose, what would you say your favorite part is?
Cows, camels.
our Riley Fitzgerald taking you to an Angel Brook Christmas in Kennewick. But first,
a key barrier for many consumers to access electric vehicles is the upfront cost.
a new law in Washington set to go into effect could put the RV and trucking companies in a tight spot. Our Dan Hansen is going in depth. And Stacy is here.
That's right. Get ready. Our next big weather maker, the wind. A wind advisory is in place. I'll tell you where coming up.
This is Apple Valley News Now, prime time on your side.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us. After Monday Night Football, I'm Austin Reed. All right, we are just a couple of hours away from Christmas Day. This is a collage of sky cameras from the last hour. We started by looking at the interstates in LA. Now we are looking at the conditions in Seattle at the Space Needle. And our local interstates are looking okay at the hour. We are just dealing with some fog, but I-84 to Portland looks just fine. For those flying out or flying in, the airports are getting busy. Parking lots are filling up, and so are those planes. Buck Taft, the PSC airport director in Pasco, says flights were full last week. And coming into this week, he says he doesn't have the numbers just yet, but this year could be a larger December for people flying out of PSC than last year. He says there's some new stuff coming to the airport that should help with some wait times, including a third TSA lane.
And then January, I believe it's 14th, we'll start getting our third lane, our third TSA lane. So we'll be having the ability to add more capacity through the checkpoint. So things should be easier, but please get here early.
And as always, a reminder, if you are flying in the morning between 5 and 7 a.m., arrive extra early. Taft says around 90 minutes to 2 hours before your flight. Okay, so how are things looking into tomorrow, Christmas Eve? First Alert, Stacy Lee in to tell us more. So, Stacy, how are things looking? Not too bad, at least in our little world, right?
That's right. We had the weird pockets of fog come through. Most of that has moved on out of the area, but there is a dense fog advisory till 10 o'clock. This is the big next weather maker coming. Not only rain, but some mountain snow. Heavy winds, though, for our area. And we could see, winds up to 50 and 60 miles an hour in these areas on your screen, from the foothills of the Blues, Walla Walla, Dayton included, Athena to Pilot Rock, and Heppner all the way into Condon. You could see gusts up to 65 miles an hour. So that's going to be a problem for travelers. That's going to kick in late tonight. Already we're starting to see some moisture moving across the Cascades heading toward our area. We'll start seeing rain and maybe some mixed precipitation in our lower elevations. I'm talking rain mixed with snow. Visibility has improved for most of us, but we're still socked in Ellensburg, have been most of the day. Some light fog in Walla Walla. 40 degrees on our Dust Devil Sky Cam. Our feels like temp is 35, a little bit chilly outside. Temperatures elsewhere around the area, 30s and 40s. So not really freezing cold, but feels cold because of all the moisture in the air. So dense fog in places tonight, rain beginning this evening as well. Strong gusty winds pick up in the foothills of the Blues and in northeast Oregon. More rain on Christmas Eve. Things will clear up later on Christmas Day, and then Christmas night we have another big storm coming. I'll tell you all about that coming up. Austin.
Turning to an in-depth report, a new law in Washington set to go into effect could put both RV and trucking companies in a rough spot. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen has been digging into this law to see how it will affect not only the state of Washington, but the entire Northwest.
Starting on January 1st, the state of Washington could stop the sales of new RVs and large trucks powered by diesel or gasoline. This comes after Washington voted to follow emission regulations modeled by California. The new rule will affect vehicles over 8,500 pounds, but not everyone is on board with these new regulations.
With electric vehicles, the cart is before the horse.
There is not an electric vehicle in operation today or even available today that will serve the agricultural sector.
In 2020, Senate Bill 5811 was passed by the state legislatures. The bill is sponsored by Senator Joe Wynn, who is also the chair of the Senate Environmental Committee. This bill says the state will adopt the Clean Air Vehicles program, which includes medium and heavy-duty vehicles like recreational vehicles, semi-trucks, and farm equipment.
That is a mandate directly on manufacturers to produce and sell an increasing number of zero-emission vehicles.
Sherry Call is the CEO of the Washington Truckers Association. She says Washington lawmakers decided to follow California's zero-emissions vehicle laws. Call says with this new law, the RV and trucking industries are now facing a new era in those vehicle sales.
The way that's being applied right now, their mandate for 2025, when it goes into effect for Washington, is to sell at least 7% of vehicle sales have to be zero emission.
She says the problem with this is, in Washington, nobody is really ready for it. Shane Vasic has been driving trucks since 2013 and says he is one of those people who aren't ready for this.
I mean, personally, I don't really see any positives of it. I mean, there has to be for them to be pushing it. You know, the environment is very important.
Senator Joe Wynn says this bill is important to him because he says we're in a climate crisis and says the state needs to use every tool they have to provide a sustainable future.
This ZEF standard has shown to be very successful in other jurisdictions which has been implemented. California, I think, is a key reason that we're seeing the acceleration of automakers developing and deploying these new electric vehicles as well. But it authorizes the Department of Ecology to adopt California's zero emissions vehicle program. And just because it came up a few times on the Senate side, the reason why we're adopting California is because we can't preempt the federal government. That's the only thing we can do.
The regulations also target large diesel and gas-powered motorhomes, including Class A and Class C models, to follow Washington's plan to phase out new gasoline vehicle sales by 2035. I reached out to multiple RV dealers for comment and was told there are so many moving parts to this bill, they didn't want to comment on this. Vasic says the biggest concern about this bill is for the farmers.
Because they use trucks. And, you know, they only use trucks X amount of months out of the year for harvests. And you think that they got to go buy a $200,000 truck, you know, to keep up with regulations. You know, that's what it's going to come down to in the future. And you just think about what those costs are going to do. It's going to increase the price of the product that they're providing.
Kyle Buse is the owner of Angel Brook Farms in Pasco. He says the state isn't set up for this and doesn't have the infrastructure.
I mean, I can only approach it from a farm standpoint. And the thing about agriculture in this area, you know, agriculture is a main industry in this area. And, you know, when it's time to harvest, it's time to harvest. When it's time to plant, it's time to plant.
Buse says he's hoping this won't affect the farming industry right now because there's nothing they can do. As a farmer, he has no problem with electric vehicles. In fact, says the state needs to be going that way. However, if there is a shortage of trucks on the road, it will affect how he makes his living.
The bottom line is, yeah, you've got big, heavy-duty trucks that are needed to get the harvest and to get them, you know, to the packers. Like, if you watch in this area, you know, what, mid-September to mid-late October, look at all the Apple trucks that you see going up and down the road. How are we going to, you know, and again, that Apple has got to get to market when it's, you know, you can't say, you know, I'm going to pick it in a week, or I'm going to wait a couple of days because I can't get trucks because we're working on, you know, trying to get them electric.
Under the advanced clean air regulations, manufacturers who can't make enough vehicles that qualify under these regulations can purchase credits from other manufacturers who have credits to spare. Those who need to purchase a truck that is gas or diesel powered in Idaho or Montana, where these CARB regulations are not in place, Washington would allow the vehicle to be registered as a used vehicle only after that truck or RV has 7,500 miles on it. Call says this new mandate is threatening and could be devastating to the Washington trucking industry.
That's the vicarious nature of this industry, is we compete with companies from out of state. So if we have to double our costs, we're not going to be in business. So there's a real threat honestly, to the supply chain with this.
Call says the mandate on the manufacturers would require they sell a certain percentage of zero-emission vehicles to the dealers before they can sell a legacy vehicle. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Dan, thank you for that story. Other news tonight, the city of Walla Walla identifies human remains found during street work near Pioneer Park. The remains were found during street construction earlier this month. According to information from the State Department of Archaeology, the remains have been identified as of Native American origin. This means the discovery site near the intersection of Fern and Whitman Street, along where the locations where the material was taken, are now officially designated as an archaeological site. You can read and learn more about this right now at applevalleynewsnow.com. Washington State Patrol investigating a fatal crash that happened yesterday morning on Sunday. It happened just before 10 a.m. on I-182 near Pasco. Authorities say 23-year-old Erica Rojas Barragan of Pasco was driving west when she tried to pass another car going the same direction. They say she hit that car, drove off the shoulder, crashed through the fence, and rolled, landing right side up on Argent Road. The other driver ended upside down in the median. Rojas was taken to the hospital, but she died due to her injuries. The other driver was not hurt. Authorities say Rojas wasn't wearing her seatbelt. A GoFundMe has been set up to help with funeral expenses. If you would like to help, go to our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. We are now 1 full month into the Hanford lockout, but the union representing the Hanford workers are looking to be in court later this week. Now, this is brand new video of workers picketing today on Columbia Center Boulevard in Kennewick. The workers' attorney, he filled an injunction to get everybody back to work. But the union says they continue to offer counteroffers to the company, but they keep getting declined. The union also says they are having workers' health savings accounts locked. Moving into later this week on Thursday, the union says they are hopeful to hear back from the judge.
We feel that we have a very strong case and that the facts are on our side, and that the judge, we believe and feel that he'll rule in our favor. But of course, once you get into that realm, it's unknown until you hear judgment.
Members will take a break from picketing the next 2 days for the holidays and then make another plan after the holiday season. The city of Sunnyside's aging water infrastructure is in urgent need of repair. City Manager Mike Gonzalez says addressing this issue is critical for the community's health and economic future. Civil engineer Rob Scott's updated water system plan is outlining nearly $20 million in necessary upgrades. Gonzalez says these repairs have been delayed to minimize costs for residents, but he and Scott say they can't wait any longer. System failures during hot summer months would be catastrophic, putting them in a position similar to Mabton.
My focus is always look, how are we being good stewards of the money? Everybody in this organization has to have great customer service. We have to be honest, and we have to do what's best for the people. And, in government, if you keep it simple and do the right thing, 99% of the time it works out well.
Gonzalez also says the council will discuss the water problem during the first 2 months of 2025. The Kittitas County Public Health Department receiving notification of a positive whooping cough case for a 4-year-old child. Currently, the case does not appear to have any link to the recent case with the Ellensburg High School wrestling team. KCPHD says they are working with the family around potential contacts with others. Those potential contacts include Discovery Lab in Ellensburg. The department is now recommending that any child who has attended the lab in the last 2 weeks get tested right away. A passenger's anxiety led to a strange incident at SeaTac on Sunday night. Just after 5 last night, Port of Seattle dispatchers were notified of an incident at Gate N9 involving an Alaska Airlines flight from Milwaukee to Seattle. After the plane had landed and passengers were exiting the aircraft, a passenger who was still on board became anxious and opened the emergency exit over the wing. And that's when the woman then climbed out onto that wing. Firefighters arrived and helped the woman down and onto a ramp. She was sent to a hospital to be evaluated. Still ahead on Apple Valley News Now in prime time. We've got much more stories ahead, and this.
I'm here with my friend Rose. Rose, what would you say your favorite part is?
I've seen like the llamas, the cows, and I got to hold one of the bunnies. And
yeah, our Riley Fitzgerald takes us to Angel Brook Christmas. And Stacy returns with your full First Alert weather forecast. If you haven't made it out of town yet and you're planning to travel, you don't want to miss her forecast because she's updating it constantly, so stay with us.
Hey babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE?
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes?
Dad, 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks. Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month, no trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular.
Have you ever had a day like this? Bad days are why we got in the game. Capuzza Lighty, accident injury lawyers.
'Twas just before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, because
everybody was with us at Griggs' famous all-night sale. We're open tonight until the wee hours of the morning.
Spectacular hourly specials, unbelievable discounts, Christmas gifts at clearance prices, and surprise microphone specials. So don't go to sleep. Come to Griggs' famous all-night sale until the wee hours. Griggs, 801 West Columbia Street, Pasco.
The fridge is broken. How are we going to replace it before the holidays?
Swing into Fred's Appliance today and experience unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in our region. This spacious GE French door refrigerator is on sale now. With a large capacity of 27 cubic feet, easily store large or bulk food items with 3 full-width shelves. And with the internal water dispenser, enjoy filtered water with one touch. At Fred's, we sell appliances, only appliances.
Christmas savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Find it online or pick up a copy in-store. Save big in the bonus zone. Owner's Choice 30-roll bath tissue or 12-roll paper towels are just $19.99. Sterilite 18 and 30-gallon totes are $5.99 and $9.99. Plus stock up on pantry essentials. Find great savings on Frito-Lay party-size bags, Blue Diamond bagged almonds, Dawn dish soap, and more. Save now with Christmas holiday savings only at Bi-Mart.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,850 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
U.S. Cellular has the incredible new iPhone 16 Pro.
The first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence.
Spread the word.
And don't forget camera control. It'll blow you away.
Get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
May your Christmas be filled with joy this year from all of us here at Apple Valley News Now.
The end of the season has come around for the Angel Brook Farm. It's Christmas Tree Jubilee. Owners say it is the 7th year hosting this big event. Apple Valley News Now's Riley Fitzgerald stopped by to bring us a look at the holiday festivities that just wrapped up earlier this evening.
From Santa photos to real animals, Christmas trees for purchase, rides around the fairgrounds, and a gift shop with plenty to see, and Angel Brook's handcrafted ice cream, it's a Christmas experience.
Yeah, we sold a lot of trees this year, put a lot of people through the new activity barn here. My wife always puts together an awesome gift shop, so sales have been good in there.
The activity barn has got games, but also the giant petting zoo.
So there's a bunch to do at the Christmas Tree Jubilee, but the fan favorite is definitely the petting zoo. I'm here with my friend Rose. Rose, what would you say your favorite part is? Great answer. Me too.
I've seen a lot here. I've seen like the llamas, the cows, and I got to hold one of the bunnies, and there's a lot of fun stuff to do here.
Bunnies, cows, camels, goats, and I think that was a bull over there.
A mini bull, you have a baby camel, you got alpacas, you got a mini donkey, you got 2 brand new baby calves just born. You got sheep, you got goats, you got my big Highland cow Rose, and then Minnie and Winnie, my little tiny, we got a little tiny horse that's about, 4 months old.
But what everyone is getting ready for is Christmas.
I'm super ready. Like, I want to open my presents tomorrow.
As for next year for Angel Brook Farms event,
Probably another building, probably more fun and games, and then I'm thinking, Christmas lights, so kind of some thoughts there about what we can continue to do. I think it's fun. The nice thing about the fairgrounds is we can just continue to go. They have lots of room, so we plan on being here for the long term.
in terms of trees sold, Buse says a couple thousand through the month. It's only the 7th year for Angel Brook Farm hosting its Christmas Tree Jubilee, the 2nd at the fairgrounds. The Christmas tradition that's just getting started. In Kennewick, Riley Fitzgerald, Apple Valley News Now.
And I agreed with the cow's answer. Angel Brook Farms has a couple of stand-ups during the year in Pasco, Richland, and Kennewick. And they've also got an ice cream food truck at the hub of Kennewick. We're going to head to Oregon now. An owl is recovering after it was found along a busy road in the Eugene area. This happening on Friday. The driver who spotted the wounded bird said the owl would have been struck by traffic if it were left in place. The Good Samaritan took care of the owl overnight before taking her to a local animal sanctuary center. The owl is expected to recover and will be returned to the wild in the coming days.
Heart said to stop and to pull over and to pick this bird up. And I mean, I don't know how I would have felt if I didn't.
Wow, the Oregon Recovery Wildlife Raptor Center also helped this guy out. Well, 3 people fell into the Pacific Ocean today when a portion of California's Santa Cruz Municipal Wharf collapsed. Officials say the end of the wharf was under repair after being damaged in earlier storms and couldn't withstand the current heavy surf. Austin Castro spoke to 2 people who saw it all unfold.
The Santa Cruz Wharf devastated as a large chunk washes into the ocean just after noon on Monday, all of it coming as high waves pounded parts of the coast.
I thought I was going to fall in because we were like 10 feet away from the crack. So right when we saw that the whole thing collapsed, we just ran as fast as we can.
Bryson says he and his group weren't hurt, but couldn't believe what they saw next.
People were on the pier and they're just floating on the floating thing.
According to the city, 2 people that fell in were rescued and there were no serious injuries. As for the damage left behind,
we lost several pilings, many pilings, a lot of the deck of the wharf itself, as well as the restroom and what remained of the Dolphin restaurant.
That restroom could be seen resting on the beach near the mouth of the San Lorenzo River. Even with the damage so far, officials remain worried.
We're anticipating that what is coming towards us is more serious than what was there this morning.
Others on the wharf just feet from where it collapsed tell me they're grateful to be safe.
Yeah, it was definitely very scary, but luckily we were very fortunate to not have fallen in because we were about 20 feet away from collapsing in. So it was very adrenaline inducing.
That was Austin Castro reporting. Santa Cruz Fire says the wharf is closed until further notice. Many parts of the Bay Area region are under a high surf warning until noon tomorrow.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Yeah, and a lot of that has to do, Austin, with those continual atmospheric rivers. We're on storm number 4 tonight, tracking number 5. This is past our bomb cyclone we had a couple of weeks ago, so very active weather on the west coast. 40 degrees outside right now. Our feels like temp 35, sunset at 4:14. Here's what I'm talking about. We have another slew of rain pointing right at Northern California, all the way up the coast. Along with that low pressure circular swirl going on out there. That brings in the heavy winds on the ocean. We're going to say winds up to 90 miles an hour out at sea, creating even bigger waves. So that is a concern. Let's take a look at our futurecast. Showers will start to pick up here in just a couple of hours, and even some light snow in those upper elevation. It's the pink we're worried about. That's rain mixed with snow right at road level on I-90. So look for a glaze over I-90 tonight. Most of the snow in the upper elevations tonight. That will change as we transition to a bigger storm on Christmas night. So late Christmas Day into Christmas night. Here's those showers, though, all the way through the morning. Midday, they'll start to clear out. We're seeing snow down around La Grande area and the southern Blue Mountains. And then that will continue on through the afternoon. We'll kind of clear up. Again, we're in between systems, but here comes storm number 5. And yes, that's going to be more widespread snow, especially across Snoqualmie Pass, Stevens Pass, and White Pass. Mostly we'll see rain showers in the lower elevations, but some mixed precip is available. Here's what's coming Christmas night. Another big wave of moisture straight at the Pacific Northwest. So lots going on. Locally, rain-wise, this is the totals we're going to see. It looks like our heaviest showers will be in Pendleton and Dayton, about a ½ an inch possible in the Tri-Cities, a little over 1/4 of an inch for the Yakima area, and a little over 1/10 of an inch in Ellensburg. Let's talk about the road conditions. Here's our futurecast road conditions mapped. Here's that ice I'm talking about developing late tonight across Snoqualmie Pass and White Pass. As the storm progresses, it'll more change over to snow in the afternoon. The rest of us are just going to see wet roads, but that's still a concern, so you'll want to drive safe. Here's what we're looking at on Christmas Day. 4 to 6 inches on Snoqualmie Pass. So if you're traveling back across the Snoqualmie Pass, be checking those road conditions and expect snow between 2,000 and 3,500 feet on Christmas afternoon. It'll be late afternoon, early evening. Tonight, our temperatures are staying fairly warm, 30s and 40s along the foothills, upper 30s Columbia Basin, low to mid 30s in the Yakima Valley. The next big weather maker, of course, we've got wind advisories in place. Cabbage Hills, where we're going to see it big tonight, and then those winds are going to pick up right here along the foothills of the Blues, first in Pendleton, then into Walla Walla and Dayton. Also seeing some breezy winds up on Snoqualmie. Light breezes here in the Columbia Basin, but windy down the Columbia River Gorge. So that's a concern as well, especially when the snow gets rocking and rolling here on Cabbage Hill. That could make visibility down to zip. Here's what it looks like. Your chances of rain tomorrow should clear out later in the day. Wednesday, we should be dry. We're in between systems, but Wednesday night into Thursday, that's when we have a bigger system moving across the area. Here's Yakima, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day looking wet there, with wet weather continuing all week long. Not going to get a break from those rain showers. Here's what it looks like in Ellensburg, with temperatures again warm for this time of year. We're staying above freezing during the daytime hours and then dropping down right around that freezing level at night. Walla Walla is going to be pretty wet all week long, with temperatures hovering right around 50 degrees for most of the week. And in Hermiston, look for a wet day, a slighter chance of rain there, but some breezy winds possible tonight and into tomorrow, with wet weather predicted all the way into the weekend as we head into, can you believe we're ushering in 2025 very soon?
No, and
So,
you have a big trip?
That's right. Yeah, we're heading out to California.
California.
Get to go home.
Are you going to go to where those waves are so intense?
Maybe.
Okay.
I won't be surfing.
You won't be surfing.
No.
Yeah, I know that was wild video.
From a safe
wasn't it,
distance,
from
I will
earlier?
view the waves.
Yeah. All right, there you go. Still ahead on Apple Valley News Now in Primetime. Our Monique Ledesma has more on the Lewis Street overpass in Pasco. She's going to talk to one local city councilman. Her report when we come back.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
It's that time of year again to get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days, where you'll find great offers on a sporty new Civic, spirited Accord, fun to drive HRV, and versatile CRV. So don't wait. Turn your holiday dreams into reality with a new Honda named KBB.com's best value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Owning a food truck was my dream, but my back and leg pain made every day a struggle. Then my personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm back to being the best version of myself.
Get back in the picture. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
To celebrate the Kraken on Apple Valley News Now, we're giving you a chance to win Kraken swag. To enter, click on contests at applevalleyNewsNow.com. One person each month wins the swag. From Yakima Federal Savings and Loan, Legends Casino Hotel, and Prosser Memorial Health.
The Season of New Tradition sales event is going on now at Overturf Kia. Save big on select new Kia vehicles. 2024 Kia Sportage LX with all-wheel drive. Start at just $28,999. Plus, get 3.49% interest for 72 months. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Friends have been telling friends about Colonial Penn Guaranteed Acceptance Whole Life Insurance for more than 50 years, and with good reason. If you're between the age of 50 and 85, it's a sure thing. Your acceptance is guaranteed because full benefits are not paid in the first 2 years. And the price? Options start at $9.95 a month, less than 35 cents a day. With Colonial Penn, your rate is another sure thing. It will never increase. And you should know this coverage can last a lifetime.
Call today, 1-800-270-5533.
To celebrate the Kraken on Apple Valley News Now, we're giving you a chance to win Kraken swag. To enter, click on contests at applevalleyNewsNow.com. One person each month wins the swag. From Yakima Federal Savings and Loan, Legends Casino Hotel, and Prosser Memorial Health.
I think this is my favorite. Okay. What do you think of this one?
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Welcome back, everybody. We continue to bring you the latest update on the Lewis Street Overpass project in Pasco. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma tells us when this overpass is set to be done and how the project will help the city and business owners moving forward.
All streets and sidewalks that were affected by this construction are now open for travelers. This construction project began in 2021, and earlier this year, business near the construction area lost business due to the roads being closed and having no sidewalks. Some having to close down their small business. Councilman Leo Perales says a city project like this puts things in perspective, and he says there are some things looking back on it he wished the council would have done differently.
I think we should have came down here, especially the week that construction began, right here in front of Lewis Street Tire and these other businesses, letting them know the extent to how this was essentially going to hurt their business. I mean, it really shut down this whole area. People stop coming here when they see signs that say road closed. They just kind of go somewhere else.
Perales says the overpass renovation helps people with getting from the east and west side of Pasco. This makes it more accessible to people who are handicapped, walking, or biking.
Investment in revitalization that this city council has been pushing, from Peanuts Park to getting funding hopefully for the North Plaza to this overpass. We are making efforts to revitalize downtown and make this a destination spot.
Perales says there are only a few things left to get done on this to-do list to complete this project's checklist.
Well, there's still a little bit of demolition of the old Lewis Street overpass and backfilling it and stuff like that. But a lot of it is probably just, hydro seeding, putting some gravel in some spots.
Perales says aside from helping businesses in the downtown area by providing foot traffic, it's also helping unity flow throughout the whole city.
From east to the west, that side, people had to live over there because they were redlined to live over there. A lot of housing discrimination. So I really do think this is a symbol of, the unity that Pasco has really just worked its magic over the last couple of years.
The design and construction of this project so far is close to having about a $4 million price tag, and to ensure everything is done right, will be set to be done around February or March. Reporting in Pasco, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Monique, thank you for that. The city is also looking to do a grand opening with a ribbon-cutting ceremony come spring. All right, now to a consumer alert for you. If you drive a Jeep, listen up. Nearly 80,000 of the vehicles are being recalled due to an issue with the rear view camera. The recall affects certain 2024 models. According to the safety notice, a software issue could cause the rear view camera to not display, which could increase the risk of a crash. Owners will be notified by mail beginning in late January. As billions of Americans hit the road for Christmas, they can expect a special gift at the gas station. Drivers will likely be greeted at the pump with the cheapest Christmas Day gas prices since 2020. Gas Buddy, an app that crowdsources pump prices, expects a national average of $3.01 a gallon by this coming Wednesday. By the way, the national average on Christmas Day in 2019 was $2.54. All right.
That back for Christmas.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, speaking of that, we're talking about Mega Millions.
Okay.
That's coming up next. And then weather-wise,
we'll have our viewer photo and, of course, the final word on your weather coming up.
A ski area on the Idaho-Montana border. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
Hey babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE?
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes?
Dad, 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks. Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes. It's the educated cigar.
Floor scuffs, tears, and nasty scratches. Forget them for good with Ruby Sliders, the chair leg covers that stretch to fit most chairs and make floor marks a thing of the past. Slide it here, slide it there, slide it anywhere. Just slip them on and keep your floors looking like new. They fit any size or shape furniture leg and glide effortlessly. Forget flimsy felt pads and caps that don't fit. Just stretch it on and slide it. Call or click now to get Ruby Sliders for as low as 99 cents with free shipping.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from Ben Franklin Transit. This year, we're sharing the holiday spirit with our Lighted Christmas Bus and Lighted Christmas Dial-A-Ride Bus. Now through December, if they're on your route or trip, you ride for free. It's our gift to you.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Please check our website at bft.org to see when the Lighted Christmas Bus will be on a route near you. Ride safe and happy holidays from Ben Franklin Transit.
Save now for your Christmas holiday at Bi-Mart. 30% off all winter socks, sleepwear, robes, thermals, and slippers. Store-wide Christmas savings are happening now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book.
Welcome to the Walla Walla Airport, where you'll experience enhanced convenience. Your gateway to adventure has expanded its security checkpoint and upgraded the departure area for your comfort. With free parking and daily Alaska Airline flights to Seattle, your travel plans are easier than ever. Whether you're off to relax or to explore, start your journey smoothly with our improved facilities. Create unforgettable memories today. Book now at alaskaair.com. Your next adventure is just a flight away at Walla Walla Regional Airport, where parking is always free.
Oh my gosh, wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. Take action with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
U.S. Cellular has the incredible new iPhone 16 Pro. The first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence. Spread the word.
And don't forget camera control. It'll blow you away.
Get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Do it. That's what you said.
Do you know what's going on in your backyard?
McCann out in front. They score! That's back in hockey, baby.
I'm David Muir. Thank you so much for making Apple Valley News Now's Good Morning Northwest and ABC's Good Morning America the most watched morning news on local TV.
Thanks for staying with us. On Christmas Eve, the Mega Millions jackpot could deliver someone a big gift. according to lottery officials.
We're talking a big gift. Tuesday night, the game will draw for $970 million jackpot. Officials said this is the largest Mega Millions jackpot ever offered in the month of December, and it ranks as the game's 7th largest prize. And remember, you can't win if you don't play.
There you go. Christmas time is here, and it is the season of twinkling lights, cozy gatherings, and cherished traditions. But did you know that some of the most popular holiday words have surprising origins?
That's right. According to Merriam-Webster, the holiday staple gingerbread gets its name from the medieval word for ginger paste that was used for cooking and medicinal purposes in the 16th century. Gingerbread became the sweet treat we know it now later on. Mistletoe, that stems from the Old English word mistletoe, which means dung twig. Yes, I did say dung twig. That's because mistletoe grows from bird droppings, and for why people kiss under the mistletoe, well, that dates back to ancient times when it was a symbol of fertility, love, and peace.
And finally, caroling traces its roots to singing and dancing at pagan celebrations. There you go.
Whatever you're celebrating, Merry Christmas to all of you.
For sure.
All right, real quick, come take a look at your screen. Our viewer photo of the day, our very own Brett Parker captured this in Walla Walla over the weekend. They are definitely in the spirit in Walla Walla.
Yeah.
Remember, you can submit your weather photos right there, QR code right beside of your screen, or applevalleyNewsNow.com. Real quick, the bottom line on your weather. Get ready for rain, scattered showers beginning tonight and first part of Christmas Eve, clearing up later in the night. Wind advisories in place through tomorrow as well. And if you're hitting those mountains, you can expect rain, freezing rain, and snow on and off for the next several days. So make sure you check those past reports. And again, if you're heading to the airport like me, I'm going to pack my patience.
Yes. Have a great Christmas. Yeah. Happy holidays.
I'm going to wear a silly outfit, so.
Yeah, if you see her in the airport, now you know. Have a great night, everybody.